Welcome to the MyClass 2.0 video podcast. My name is Mark Coleman. In this series of videos, I will discuss how you can use cloud computing, web services, and harness the power of the internet to improve your workflow and make your class a richer environment. In a rather infamous 2003 article for Wired magazine, statistician Edward Tufte declared, "Power corrupts. PowerPoint corrupts absolutely." While this is hyperbole to a degree, I understand the sentiment. Presentation software packages like PowerPoint, Keynote, and OpenOffice Impress, while originally designed for business, have become a preferred tool in education. However, I was frustrated by the way presentations were working for my classes. I would create a presentation, bullet point all the important facts and information, and as I would talk about the material, illustrating and explaining the information, the students would only half hear me. Instead, they were working hard to take down every word on the slide. Trying to create conversation and debate was difficult. Everyone was trying to copy down the presentation. If I changed the slide too soon, students demanded I go back so they could get the last word. If I did engage the students and discussion wandered into other areas, many times I would have to skip a couple of slides or utter the dreaded phrase, "We will get there in a second." Frustrated by this, I decided to find a way to make my presentations more engaging. A few years ago, Gar Reynolds wrote the game-changing book on presentations, Presentation Zen. Gar had been in Japan on business and spotted the simple, elegant, and precise bento boxes that many Japanese businessmen have for lunch. He wondered, why can't presentations be less complex and wordy? Why can't these presentations, which are supposed to be visual aids for speeches and lectures, be just as simple, elegant, and precise as the bento box? Strategies for simplifying, streamlining, and making your presentations more engaging fill Presentation Zen, which kicks off with a great quote from Da Vinci, "Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication." I've also found many helpful tips from Gar's blog at presentationzen.com. My presentations have gone from a long list of bullet points to a simple presentation of key terms and discussion prompts. Not only does this encourage interaction with the students, but it allows me to take advantage of learning moments rather than be so constrained by the bullet points. It's less about a laundry list of facts and more about the concepts. But I still felt constrained by the linear nature of most presentation software. It's made to go slide to slide to slide in order with no real way to digress. Life isn't linear and neither is learning. Also, flying in bullet points seemed like a clumsy way to present details. Now I use Prezi, which can be found at Prezi.com. Prezi is software that brings a new paradigm to the presentation. Instead of a linear progression, Prezi is spatial. It allows examination of further details, digression, and overviews. Prezi is web-based. Both the editor and the player are at Prezi.com. The key to Prezi is its zoom. In fact, Prezi calls itself a tool for making zooming presentations. The big ideas are literally in the biggest font, and details can be filled in smaller text. The Prezi Zebra tool allows for easy resizing, rotating, and layering of any item or text. Images, videos, and links are easily added. You can choose to navigate the information in your Prezi independently by double-clicking, dragging, and zooming, or you can assign a path for the Prezi to follow. Even if you assign a path, it's easy to diverge from it and return to your path with a click. Prezi allows you to group items within a frame, insert arrows and highlighting, and choose from several color and font schemes. To show your Prezi presentation, you simply call it up on the Prezi website, press play, and change your display to full screen. Prezi also makes it easy to embed the presentation on your website or blog. If you're going to be giving your presentation somewhere without an internet connection, you can choose to download the presentation to play on Windows or Mac. Prezi has a very intuitive and easy-to-use interface. Extensive documentation and a thriving user community are available to help with more complex operations. A new feature allows collaborative use of Prezi between several editors. Currently, I'm exploring how I'm going to use these features in a cooperative learning environment with my students, and I'm excited about the possibilities. Prezi has several levels of licensing. At its most basic is the free account, which gives the user 100 megabytes of storage. Mid-level and pro accounts are available for $60 and $160 a year and allow for 500 megabytes and 2 gigabytes of storage. At the pro level of licensing, there's even an Adobe Air-based offline editor which you may use. For students and teachers, there are education accounts, allowing the education community free access to the 500 megabyte level account and reduced pricing for the 2 gigabyte account. Just because presentations are ubiquitous doesn't mean yours can't stand out. Rethinking the way you set up your presentations and using state-of-the-art tools can help you ensure your presentations engage your students and don't just become more visual noise. Thank you for watching this episode of the MyClass 2.0 video podcast. For questions, suggestions, or comments, please email me at myclass2.0@colemanspace.info or call or text my Google Voice number at 334-595-9673. Ow.